YouTube. So it's 1 year of Infinity ASMR, and I thought I would make a video where you get to know me a little bit better. So I asked you on my community tab, on my posts, to leave me some assumptions that you have about me, and I received 8. So thank you so much. Before I get into the video, I of course have to thank each and every one of you, everybody that subscribed, that left a comment, a like, share the video. I just can't believe I can't believe it's been already a year, because a year feels such a long time, but then at the same time, I don't know, it's weird, and I can't believe I'm already like picking up on subscribers' names. Like, I recognize names, of people that comment under different videos, and yeah, I'm just very thankful. And yeah, even just watching a video all the way through, even if you don't comment, I know you guys are out there, and I really, 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 really appreciate it. And I feel more motivated than ever to produce more content and better quality content in my second year. So here's to my second year on YouTube. And yeah, let's get started on these assumptions. If I sound sniffly or a bit congested, it's because I am. I just really needed to have this video up on the 25th. But yeah, I've got a summer cold basically. Anyway, let's have a look. So I'm gonna start at the bottom. I don't know if they are. Oh, they get like put in random orders. Okay, well, let's start at the bottom of my list. You had a pretentious music nerd phase. I would say this assumption is partly false and partly true. I mean, music nerd sounds like somebody that is or feels very knowledgeable, somebody that is very knowledgeable about music or a specific music genre. And I don't think I've ever been that knowledgeable about music. Music is not my forte. But like a pretentious music phase, I think so. I think all of my music phases have been, so I feel like I've always loved artists that were quite big at their time. Avril Lavigne, Tokyo Hotel. Anybody was a fan of Tokyo Hotel? I can't think of other bands now, but I was a fan of famous bands. But because I grew up in a teeny weeny small town, I felt alone and different. No, but seriously, like, I was, watching Tokyo Hotel on TRL when I was, say, I don't know, 11, and nobody in my class or in my age group was listening to them, and nobody understood why I was listening to German music. Like, what are you doing? But they were, of course, massive, at least in Europe. I don't know if you kind of got Tokyo Hotel in the States. I'm not sure. I also don't know why the mic sounds very low, but I'll fix it in post, it's fine. Yeah, so yes and no to this assumption. Second assumption is that I did gymnastics as a child or teenager, and that assumption is false. But my sport was dancing. crazy that I remember feeling like I was old. I was old for starting like dance lessons at 8, because I remember, you know, children get put into dancing lessons as young as like 2 or 3. And apparently I did ballet for like a year when I was 4. I can't remember that, to be honest. I don't have any memories of that, but I've seen pictures and I know my mom has told me about it. But yeah, so I started at 8 and then I did modern jazz for 1, 2, I don't know, many years. And then I, you know, as I continued modern jazz for years, I picked up different other genres. I did some ballet, which was amazing. And at that point I really felt old. I did ballet between the age of like 12 and 13, I want to say. And that really felt old because, yeah, the girls in my group were much more advanced. I mean, when you go to recreational schools, it's kind of hard because you are grouped by skill, definitely, but it's recreational, so like you also have to be paired with your age group. Like, it wouldn't be right to put a 12-year-old girl with, you know, a 12-year-old girl that has never done ballet, for example, to put her in a group with, I don't know, 5-year-olds. It's a bit, you know, so I was put in that group, but I was definitely the lowest. Actually, you know what? Not the lowest, but not even mid. I was more towards the bottom, but I don't know. I did okay. And then at the very, not at the very end, but the last genre that I picked up was contemporary dancing, and that really stuck with me till my early 20s. Yeah, I stopped dancing when I was 20 or 21 because of uni. And yeah, that's it. So next assumption says you're a Nintendo fan. I'd guess you have bought the Switch to play Mario Kart World. I feel your favorite Nintendo game, apart from Animal Crossing, of course, is The Legend of Zelda. As you can see from most of my videos, at least when I'm filming on this side of the room, you can see my massive Animal Crossing poster. So your assumption is partly true, partly false. I am a Nintendo fan. I love Animal Crossing. I like The Legend of Zelda, but I've actually only played the Minish Cap on Game Boy Advance, so, and isn't that one of the most hated Zelda games I've never played? Majora's Mask I've never played. Even more recently, Breath of the Wild I've never played. I started A Link Between Worlds on the 3DS. Yeah, so I don't know. I am a fan of consoles, but I feel like I mainly play indie games at the end of the day. And I go through massive phases, like even with Animal Crossing now, as in from yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I've become obsessed with my town and making it better, but then I go through months of not touching it. So, and as for the Switch 2, no, I don't plan on buying it. I would like to have a docked Switch so I could play on my telly, but we already have a PlayStation and an Xbox, and I'm not I have tried to play one game, Firewatch on the Xbox, and I'm just not a console girly. I am a study something, maybe cinema or psychology. I'm Italian too. Ah, ciao. Giovanni. Maybe Giovanni. I am not a student. I would be considered a mature student if I was, but I'm not. I did not sadly study cinema or psychology. I would probably study psychology now or cinema, to be honest. I study interior design. I have a bachelor in interior design. Not much to say about that. I have never done anything with it, and I don't plan on doing anything with it. I have really mixed feelings about uni. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel about school, as in high school, the same way. Actually, it depends. Everybody's different, but I feel like most people recall school with bad feelings and uni with a lot of, love and good feelings. I feel the opposite. I have such fun memories of school, and nothing is perfect. The memories are memories, and whatever. But I have, as I said, mixed feelings about uni. It's complicated. Mainly, I wish I had changed my degree instead of just like pushing through. But yeah, it wasn't my fit. I'm not also competitive. It's a very competitive space, and I should have been in a more academic. I'm sure academic environments can also be competitive, but it's just different. I don't know. But yeah, this assumption was false. The next, I recognize this person as well, Redwood Climber. Sorry if I didn't say the names before. I'll have their names down below. If you saw them in a thrift store, you would buy a pair of tabbies. And this assumption is correct, but it depends on what type of shoes we're talking. I love the style, the tabby style, but I only really like tabbies when they are Mary Janes or ballerinas, like ballet flats. Yeah, that's the only way I like them. I don't, or like a slingback sandal situation, but I don't like Oxford style shoes. I don't like sneakers that are tabbies. I don't like boots that are tabbies. So if I found them at a good price and they were that type of shoes that I like, then yeah, I would definitely get them. Otherwise, no, I don't think so. Actually, a tabby shoe that I love right now are the Nike Air Rifts, which are very easy to find, I think, in Japan, but I can't really seem to find a lot of over here. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm also looking for them used. I'm not sure. Let's see. You seem like someone with a high level of empathy and someone who reflects on themselves in a healthy, constructive way. I also get the feeling you might be a Jerry born person. Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that I come across as a person with a high level of empathy, that I reflect on myself in a healthy, constructive way. I want to say this is true. I want to believe that I think of myself as that. I've definitely gone through phases of my life of being too empathetic, or what's the term when you absorb everybody's energy. I've definitely gone through phases of that, and that's not healthy. But for the most part, I can be empathetic while still I 100% truly believe in putting the oxygen mask on you before you help others. You have to take care of yourself first. So thank you, and I am not a January born person. I am a February born person. And if you want to know because the 19th of February is already the start for Pisces. And it's interesting because I definitely feel like I have a mix of Pisces and Aquarius in me. But I know that you need to have your full chart, your sun, your moon, your Venus, your whatever rising sign. I don't know all the terminology, but I know you need to have a full picture to, like, I don't know, have a personality profile, I suppose, of somebody. So yeah, maybe I'll put it in the comments, I don't know. I would guess you had a really healthy childhood and are mentally strong. You probably have close family ties and value your spirituality a lot. For you, purity of heart is what matters most. This is mainly false. Let's unpack it. I've had a happy childhood, I have to say. But what I will say is, a lot of times, or I don't know, some people have bad childhoods. Some people have good childhoods, but they were happy in the moment. But once you unpack them as an adult, you start to see more clearly the things that were not right, or that you thought were right but were not, you know, stuff like that. Hi mom, if you're watching, I love you. But yeah, it is what it is. So was it healthy? I don't know. It wasn't the most unhealthy, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Am I mentally strong? I think I am. I don't think, a lot of times I think I'm not, but then I look at the things I've done, or I don't know, just I'm capable of a lot. I know I'm mentally strong. I know I can get through stuff. And so then, yeah, connected to that, I don't have close family ties. Or rather, again, it's complicated. I'm not spiritual. I wouldn't consider myself a spiritual person. No, I'm not spiritual. I find spirituality fascinating, and I find religion very fascinating, but I don't have a spiritual practice of mine. And then purity of heart is what matters most. Yeah, I don't know if it's what matters most, but what do you mean by purity of heart? Like having good intentions? Yeah, that's definitely something that I've had a lot. Like, I'm really good at, which some people might find annoying or counterproductive, I don't know, but I'm really good at finding, like, giving people the benefit of the doubt, or like, I'm good. That's one thing I'm good at. I'm good at putting myself in other people's shoes and see things from their perspective, like, oh, they've done XYZ, but they were coming from this perspective, which doesn't excuse behavior. That's where I lose people. It doesn't excuse the behavior, but that's just how my brain works. It's like, so and so has done this thing. I immediately put myself in their shoes, and it's like, oh, it makes sense because of this reason that they've done this. It doesn't mean that it's right, but I understand. I think if we all try to understand each other's inner workings, it just would make things a lot easier and smooth. I don't know. And then the last assumption is, I get the vibe you drive real proper, like full focus, no messing, seatbelt always on. Oh, of course, seatbelt on. What the? Mad calm. I rate that. How this assumption is a word that is so funny to me. I have had my fair share of small accidents, I guess. Not even accidents, but just like, I don't know, I've bumped my car in there, here and there. Just, I don't know, like in my especially my first 2 years of driving. Yeah, I guess I can tell you one accident. Well, it's not, I is in a countryside road, so we just went into a field, and thank God it wasn't like muddy, because somehow I still managed to like turn around and get back on the road. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, thank God it was in the countryside and not like on a busy road. And then I don't know, another time I bumped like your back, well, the bumper, but also like the thingy that covers the light. I've definitely broken the, I don't know the English terminology for all these things, but like your side little windows, what are they called? Screen mirrors, your side mirrors. I don't know what they're called. Seatbelt always on nowadays though. Oh, even before seatbelt always on, like those accidents were just like because I wasn't being cautious enough. But now, yeah, absolutely no messing, real focus. I drive slow. Sometimes I'm that annoying driver that goes a bit too slow, or it's like doesn't go for it right away in the roundabout, and I'm like, until I'm sure, I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm stressed out. So I want to say that nowadays I'm a good driver and I'm a reliable driver.